Bonjour. Welcome to a mini lesson about the plus que parfait. I'm excited that you want to learn this and that you're watching this video. Here is the plus que parfait in English, first of all. So here's some sentences for you to read. We've got, the police pulled me over. I had made an illegal left turn. Her boyfriend called her. He had made a terrible mistake and he wanted to apologize. I gave a quiz in ELL2 yesterday. The students had studied for a whole day for it. I looked up the chocolate cake recipe. I had forgotten how to make it. So the underlined words, in English we call it a pluperfect. And this type of verb, this verb tense, is used to explain a completed past action that happened before a separate past action. So there's two actions that happened in the past. The one that happened first, so the furthest away from now, we would use the pluperfect to explain it. And then the action that happened a little bit closer to now, we could use a different past tense verb. Not necessarily just the past tense, but we really don't use the pluperfect all by itself. In French and in English too, we need to have the pluperfect along with another verb or a verb structure or a reference maybe to the past. Okay, and here's a little timeline that I made to show you. Here we'll do an arrow. So if this is present day right now, here we are now, and the future hopefully will happen. I could tell you a little story, and my story would all be in the passé composé, the imparfait, even just making a reference to the past. So I could say, as a younger woman, I used to live in France, and I would often go walking by the river, and I would always eat les croissants, and I learned to love coffee with hardly any sugar in it. And so I could talk about passé composé imparfait, and then I could say I was happy that I had studied French before arriving in France. The plus que parfait is going to be so easy for you to conjugate because you already know all of the steps to make this verb. We just use the imparfait form of avoir or être plus the past participle. So you've studied past participles when we reviewed the passé composé. You just got finished learning the imparfait of verbs. So you take avoir or être in the imparfait, you stick the same old past participle on the end, and you have the plus que parfait. Here's an example. I had seen. To see is voir. So the past participle is vu. It's je. I know that voir is a transitive verb, but it's not a Dr. and Mrs. Vandertramp, so I know I have to use avoir. So I get j'avais vu. I had left. To leave is partir. I know that that's a Dr. and Mrs. Vandertramp. I have to use être as my helping verb. So I conjugate j'étais parti, maybe with an E, to make agreement with the person who's doing the verb. Here's a reflexive verb. I had brushed my hair. So to brush one's hair is se brosser les cheveux. In the past tense for les verbes réfléchis, les verbes pronominaux, I need to use être. So I have je plus the me, été, brosser les cheveux. Je m'étais brossé les cheveux. And there's no agreement on brosser, even if I'm a lady, because the agreement gets blocked by the noun. There's a direct object right after it, so I don't make agreement. Here is a series of verbs with avoir, so you can see what it looks like and you can hear how it sounds. J'avais donné, tu avais pris, il avait fait, on avait fait, elle avait vu, nous avions choisi, vous aviez écouté, ils avaient reçu, elles avaient chanté, Here are some verbs with être, some intransitive verbs. We've got j'étais parti, tu étais venu, il était entré, on était entré, elle était arrivée, nous étions sortis, vous étiez descendus, ils étaient montés, elles étaient rentrées. And then finally, the longest verbs of all, the reflexive verbs. We've got je m'étais promené, tu t'étais trompé, il s'était assis, on s'était assis, elle s'était regardée. Bah oui. Nous nous étions perdus, vous vous étiez regardés, il s'était marié et elle s'était amusée. And with my verbs that use être, I need to think about, do I make agreement with the person doing the verb, with the subject? So I might have to add e's and s's to the end of the past participles. Since this is a compound tense, just like the passé composé, it follows all of those passé composé rules of agreement. That includes, if there's a preceding direct object, we ask ourselves, verb what? And if the answer to that question comes before the verb in the sentence, you have to make the past participle agree with the preceding direct object. And spoiler alert for the rest of French, there's other compound tenses that we'll learn, some this year and some next year, and we always have to remember the passé composé rules. They all apply to all compound tenses in French. Let's look at a few examples. Okay, so here are a couple of examples for us. First we have, my teacher said she wanted to help, but I had already finished the problem. So if we think about it like a timeline, oh, that's fine, okay, cool, all right, a timeline. So here I am now, and it looks like the teacher said she wanted to help. So here she is in the recent past. She said she wanted to help, but actually I had already finished the problem. And that's my little clue in English, the had and then a verb with an ed. So back here is the plus que parfait, had finished. So to say in French is dire, to want is vouloir. We learned that vouloir is a verb that's typically used in the imparfait when we're using it in the past. And then to finish is finir. So if you want to, you could pause and then pick it up again and see if you're correct. Maybe you could write this on a little piece of scratch paper or say it out loud to yourself. There was the bell, huh? Okay, déjà is the word for already, and it will go, it's an adverb, and so it goes between the helping verb and the past participle. But here's what I came up with. Is this what you got? Ma prof a dit qu'elle voulait aider, mais j'avais déjà fini le problème. Cool. Next example. We watched the movie, but we had forgotten to finish washing the dishes. Ugh, classic, right? So if we've got our timeline, here we are now. It looks like we watched the movie kind of recently. So here we watched the movie, but we had forgotten. So I guess we were supposed to do the dishes first. So had forgotten is going to be the plus que parfait. To watch a movie, I'll use the verb regarder. Had forgotten. And then to finish washing, that's going to be an interesting little construction there, but it was like finir, and then laver, or I guess maybe faire la vaisselle. It's more of like an idiom, right? To do the dishes. So I will, okay, okay. So had forgotten. So that's my plus que parfait. So first I'll start pretty easy. Nous avons. Oh, can I undo? Whee! Maybe I'll just say finir la vaisselle. Wait. Okay, so nous avons regardé, that's just the regular old passé composé, but then had forgotten is nous avions, plus a past participle, nous avions oublié. Parfait, hein? So that's it. That's the plus que parfait. The parfait in the title might remind you that the helping verb is conjugated in the imparfait.